All right, play the music.
Let's do it.
Welcome to DK Talk Radio.
Woohoo!
We.
It's the show that brings five friends and bandmates back together to keep up with each other, keep up with what's going on in the world, talk about things we like, and continue to spread the gospel of Christ as far as we can spread it. On the show today, we have everybody.
Yeah.
We have
That's us.
Stuart Lockwood, Josh Given, Patrick Franklin,
That's fun.
Kevin Boyer, and Brad Bird.
Hey guys.
So, in today's lineup,
Ahoy, mateys.
we're going to tell the story of how DK came to be, where we are today, and how we got to where we are today. So let me stop this music in a minute. So starting off, where did we meet?
I think you and I met first. 1990, I believe it was. Summer 1990. As we were both 9. Because we were going to Morning View,
Right.
and our parents knew each other.
Yeah,
and they were
friends.
like, hey, our boys are the same age. They should play. And we were like, And then I was like, all right, fine, I'll go. And I went over there. Didn't you have bunk beds?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went over there, and I was just like, hey, are those Ninja Turtles?
Well,
of course they were.
there couldn't be anything else.
Yeah.
And it was just like best friends forever
Right.
immediately.
That or He-Man, one of the two.
You know, I was trying to think how I came into the Morning View picture.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how I arrived there.
No, I met you there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were already there.
It's weird. My family growing up, we went to all different kind of churches. We kind of church hopped a lot. But I don't remember the invite to get there because we originally went to this church that was at the end of East 3rd Street in Montgomery. And then we went to this church way out on Bell Road. And then after that, somehow, some way, we ended up at Morning View. So I guess that's where I met you, Brad.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And that's when we used to get in trouble all the time for drawing Ninja Turtles in church. Not paying attention to anything. But
And then where Josh came into the picture was his older brother Aaron and I had art class together.
Yep.
And-
I met Aaron in 5th grade Sunday school, and I was like, who's this weird kid that just never talks to anybody and sits in the corner? You know, and he's still like that today.
Right.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think you and Aaron had with Miss Hull, I think,
Yeah.
in Capitol Heights.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys met there, and then at some point that's when that's how Aaron got associated with you guys, and then by proxy I started getting associated with you guys. My life's been horrible ever since. No, I'm just kidding.
absolutely.
And then so Kevin, where did you originally come into the picture?
So I was originally a fan of DK. So
One
yeah.
of the 4.
Exactly. And so there was
The
a
other
drawing
two
to
were
see
our
there was a drawing to see who would be a band member out of the 4 fans. And so
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, I went off to sow my wild oats.
Right.
Boyak came in and stole my spot.
I was in a different band. I mean, but for real, like when I was in school, and saw you guys at a show here in the basement.
Yeah.
At,
Which is now my office.
it's now your office. That's exactly right. I bought a CD, bought a sticker, put the sticker on my electric guitar, and it was I was forever changed. And then
Was that the sticker with us as stick figures that Pat drew and made a sticker out of?
No, I think it was that oval shape.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
With
the
the cool
blue and
logo.
silver one.
Yeah, the blue and silver one.
And
Yeah.
white.
Yep.
The one that Brad made in high school, gym
Gosh,
class.
I forgot about that. We had T-shirts with that.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
It was a great
You
logo.
bought that?
I did, dude. I
The
sure
font
did.
was "Keep on Trucking." I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was. It wasn't
was.
Channel 45. Was it?
No, the font. That was
Yeah.
the name of the font.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back when you were still into the Grateful Dead.
Oh gosh.
And I've always been a font nerd, so I remember that. You know.
That's a whole story in and of itself. I tried really hard to be a Grateful Dead fan. I just couldn't stick with it.
Yeah.
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 But, so that's kind of how we all came into the
Are
picture.
you grateful that you're not one? Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
He is very grateful.
Poor Jerry.
Hey, they got some good stuff. Don't knock them.
Says Stu.
What does Stewart know? He left DK.
Wah, wah, wah.
But so that's how we all kind of got introduced into each other. But we actually are really good at stealing people.
Yes.
We
That's-
stole Brad
yeah.
from another band.
Because I
actually.
wasn't the original drummer.
Yeah. The
Especially for a Christian band. We're really good at stealing people.
Yes.
Sorry.
Pilfering.
Stu was still in the band, obviously, at that point.
Yeah, it started because I started taking guitar lessons. I got a guitar for Christmas '94, and then started taking guitar lessons. And I would I would go to Kurt McKinney's.
Oh, yeah, I took lessons from Kurt.
Yeah,
Did you really?
Yeah, I
I'd go,
did.
I'd
Yeah.
go to his house on Saturday. I'd take lessons,
takes
and then I would
lessons.
immediately leave there. And my dad would drive me to Pat's house, and I would teach him everything that I learned.
Yeah.
Freeloader.
Yeah.
Well, we're stealing again.
That's right, yeah. There's a theme.
It's called ingenuity.
Yeah, that's right.
It's called working smarter, not harder.
That's right.
Knowledge transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then we got, and so me and Pat, we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna start a band. We're gonna go. I think we were 13, maybe. Well, we were 14.
Yeah.
And then he called me up one day, and he's like, hey, I got this. I know this guy at school that he's got a brother plays guitar and he sings. And he told me, and he said, Aaron Given. I said, yeah, I know him. It's that weird kid from Sunday school.
Just in the corner, never talked to anybody.
And at this point, I had not met Josh, and I think we had kind of worked up I guess technically it was still a play date at that time because we were young.
Did they call it that then?
I don't know.
I don't think they did.
We
Maybe in California.
No, we were cool. We were like, we were going to go hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, play
We were way more edgy than that.
And we had one electric guitar. Well, I had my electric guitar. We had a karaoke machine.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Pat was trying to play bass on
On
an
an
electric
acoustic
guitar with a knife.
Yeah.
Didn't I thought we got an acoustic guitar for him, just a regular acoustic guitar, 6-string, but we just
We tuned it down way low.
We
Yeah.
might have, yeah.
I do remember that. That's what I was going to say.
and that was a bass.
Yeah.
But I remember that day was the first day that I met Josh, and Aaron was like, hey, this is my brother Josh. He's going to be the guitar player. And I was like, but he's so little.
Yeah,
I think I
Josh-
probably was 10.
You were 10 or 11. Yeah.
Yeah, because when we actually started the band, you
Yeah,
were
pull
12.
that picture up.
I'll pull up.
Yes. Yeah, when we actually officially started the band, I was 12 by then.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
do remember that. Like, find it. There it is. Oh, that's amazing. All right. Check this out. This is great. There you go.
Oh,
There's Josh on the right,
glorious.
Uh-huh.
Look at all that hair.
Man.
dude.
Yeah, Pat, you had a lot of it.
I know, right? Not anymore. It's transferred over to my son now.
I don't see nothing.
I'm definitely, yeah, man.
There's
Oh,
no-
golly, the vibes there.
Dude, that's so funny.
It's a little Powell, man.
It's not coming through on that. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you remember that one,
Yes,
Josh?
yes.
That was behind the
I had
ghetto
my
house.
I had my multicolored flannel shirt on. I was cool.
I think we're all wearing flannel shirts except
Yeah.
for Pat.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
1990.
I'm wearing
1992.
plaid and camouflage.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it was
And your
94.
airwalks.
Oh, yep. I did it. Airwalks, yeah.
Was this pre-Jinkos or were we just not cool
No, this
enough
is
to have
pre
them?
Jinkos.
Yes.
We,
Okay.
we had not yet discovered those.
That didn't really happen until probably when I was in junior high school. That's when that thing
My
started.
parents still don't know that I wear Jinkos.
Jinkos.
Really?
You guys,
My parents,
That's right.
parents remember
You
it,
couldn't-
and I sadly remember it and regret it.
Yeah. Wow. Kangaroo pants, really, is what they should
The
be
only
called.
good thing they were
gosh.
for was going to the movie theater and stuffing as many soft tacos in those back pockets as you could.
And don't think we didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I bought like 12 soft tacos and stuffed 6 of them in each back pocket and went in to see a movie.
That is awesome.
All right, so once I started playing, let's see, I hadn't come to Kusada yet at that point. Like, my family hadn't been attending Kusada yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, I didn't. I followed y'all again.
We were
Yeah,
all
you
still
did.
at
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
all
yeah.
still at Morning View, and
We got a new youth minister, and
At Morning- in
at
Morning-
Morning View,
yeah.
and it wasn't really working out. Or we weren't doing a lot of stuff. And I remember that was one of the reasons that the family started moving to other churches, looking for a more active youth program.
Yeah, yeah. That's my daughter sending me
Oh, nice.
messages.
Hey, Lisa.
I love
And
it.
she's the one that says, "I see you, Daddy."
That's awesome.
It
Boy,
is
Dan,
awesome.
Yeah, we were like, we need a drummer. And I was like, hey, I know a guy. And I just walked out the back door through the woods across the street, like knocked on Brad's window. I was like, hey,
What was the
come
name
play
of your
drums
band?
for us.
Veracity?
Veracity. Yep.
Ooh.
We
Yeah.
had
You know, actually, I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah.
Brian Hammond.
I didn't.
Was
I remember
the
that
lead
name.
guy. We,
Yep.
we played at a place that he was there, like the youth minister of some church.
Oh, wow.
A while back. It was DK, so I don't remember where it was though.
That's crazy.
But they the guy that Brian was the guy that wrote most of the songs, and the dude loved Bush,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
diehard Bush fan. So all of Veracity's songs had a lot of Bush sound to them.
Yeah.
There's Elise. She said I'm famous.
Yeah. Your dad is famous.
That's
He is
awesome.
so famous.
That's hilarious.
No,
let's
since
see.
he mentioned her name, now she's famous.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep. Elise is famous. All right, so then Stu wrote a song and asked me to play on it at the church. You
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
that's
both
right.
asked me to
That's
play.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It was,
yeah.
what was
Sunbeam.
it called?
Sunbeam.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Was it Shine?
Was Sean?
Yeah, it was
It
Sunshine.
had an O in it, though.
Yeah.
Right. Because we were Christians.
Right.
Well, because we had to play it at church. Yeah.
We're the cheesiest thing ever.
Dude, it was the rocking
That's-
thing.
that's-
that
that
I
was-
played on that
I
stage.
don't even.
first
I remember nothing about it. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I could play the bass line right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, see, y'all know that's my superpower. I'm not the most talented person in the group, but I can remember anything. So, yeah, I could play the bass line right now.
Golly,
That's crazy.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it. I don't even remember.
that's what it
I don't
was.
even remember actually playing it. I remember watching the video that my parents took later of me
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah,
I don't
so
remember us playing it. I don't remember it.
if you want to catch how cool we looked in that video, at the end of our good friend Time video
Right.
on YouTube,
Right, right.
it's that clip of us playing
Yep.
that.
Yeah, right at
Oh,
the
the
end,
applause.
you
Yeah.
had
Nice.
just finished. You guys had just because I wasn't there. That's funny. I was actually officially in the band, but
Yeah.
I couldn't make that.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All these things.
it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
How long? So we did the math. How long have we been doing this, and we're still figuring stuff out?
Yeah.
20-something years. What?
94 for you guys.
Yeah.
And 95 for me.
And then
Yeah.
Kevin, you came on what?
98,
I was-
99.
Nope.
Lord no.
I
No,
graduated in
I was-
He
04.
was still in junior high school.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah. I think I was in college, maybe.
Yeah.
So it had to have been like 04, 05.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that
That's
late.
Yeah.
Because I left in, 99, I think,
Mm-hmm.
after I moved out of my parents' house. And I was like, it's time to be wild and crazy.
Spread my wings.
So
Exactly.
before we get that far, I have one more picture I want to add.
Yep.
Let me find it real quick.
Hurry up. God.
Gosh. There it is. All right. So let me get swapped over to it.
Pull the
Appreciate you,
feedback
pal.
up.
That is the practice room that we were in.
Wow.
And that's the day that a pipe froze in the attic of Stu's house.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to come help them move the
It's not
computer.
coming
Like, you
through.
can see the computer under the sheet.
I see it. I see the monitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a Packard Bell?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
man! And that's my cheap little acoustic electric guitar.
Notice the karaoke machine is still there.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's that karaoke
There it
machine.
is.
Same
we
one,
used,
the very same
That's what
one.
we used for a PA.
Wow.
Whatever
we were
it
so
takes.
awesome, man.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
walked in there and water was just dripping out of the fixture, the light fixture. And I climbed up in the attic in the carport, and water was just
Dude,
spraying out of the
can
water.
I just say, God bless your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had to, because
I
I,
mean, 'cause
remember we always went every Saturday. We practiced at your house, and they put up with it.
Yep.
in that room. And I'll go back. to
And
that
not
one.
only were we loud, but we were terrible.
Awful.
It
Awful.
took forever. We
Yeah.
practiced all day.
Yeah.
But like,
Yep.
check. So we got your old guitar. We got the sticker drum, sticker bass drum, and so as soon as I walked in the door to help move the computer, I closed
Yep.
that side door, and the ceiling collapsed.
Yep, the whole ceiling.
Oh
I
my
didn't remember that
gosh.
story. I don't think you were there.
It all came down.
Yep.
It was awful.
Yep, good times.
Yeah, I called Brad. I was like, get over here right now. I need your help.
I was like, sure, and they're gonna walk in the house. Hi guys, wham! Good times.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next on the agenda? Let's see.
We don't have this planned out or anything.
Not at
this,
all.
This is all off the cuff.
Not at all. So we were talking about graduation.
Mm.
We can talk about that if we want. Like most of us graduated in '98.
Yeah.
You were not 2000.
2002, actually. It should have been 2001, but I am stupid. No, I'm not.
He just really liked
it's a
school.
long
He was like,
story.
I don't want to leave.
Let me go into this long story very very quickly.
Okay.
So
Take your time.
in junior high, when I got to the end of my junior high, going into high school, I had failed one of my classes, and the rest of them I passed, and so
Just one.
so it was just one, and so this is what I did. And I got to ninth grade, and so I was going to be going into high school, and I was like, well, but then I'd have everything. I'd be like mostly in high school, but I'd have this one that's still in junior high. So I was like, well, I'm not going to have any of that. So I decided it'd be a good idea to just fail all of those and pass that one, and then bam, I'm all the way in the ninth grade now. So and then just pass everything that year, and that solved the problem.
That's awesome.
But that's why. Anyway, the end. Goodbye.
That's
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And you were what year?
04.
04, that's right.
Yeah,
You
I'm
said
a whippersnapper.
that. You are a whippersnapper.
Youngins. All right, so let's talk about some of the events or the venues that we played.
Oh my
Of course,
goodness.
I've got a list of them. I'll start reading down. Well, now, and the idea is, so what do you remember? What's
Not
funny?
much.
We want to hear the good and the bad, but
Yeah.
especially the funny, like because that's where it's at. All right, so Harvest Temple.
Ooh.
Harvest Temple, is that the one on Vaughn Road?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now then it
It's-
changed to. What did it change to?
I don't know. It's something else now. But that's
Yeah.
the one that.
That's where we started playing with like 12th Hour,
12th Hour,
Rock Lobster,
Junior Clad.
Yeah.
Junior Clad,
Yeah.
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 And what was the other band? There was another like heavy band.
PKD.
PKD.
PKD. Yeah.
PKD, yep.
Funny story, right?
Let's hear
That
it.
was Mike Slayton's band, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I found out not too long ago there's a guy at our church, Brad Smith, who works with me with the students. His wife is Mike Slayton's sister.
Oh,
Yep.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small world after all.
I was going to sing that, but then I didn't. But you
Well,
did.
I did.
You can always
That's
count on
hilarious,
Stu.
dude.
That's at your old place in 07.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I wish I had that on here. I put it on the.
But Harvest
I'll-
Temple
I'll,
is that the
send
one
some
where
stuff
I dove off the stage unintentionally on my bass? Is that the venue?
Probably. It had a
Yes.
short stage.
Yes.
Yes, it
Okay,
was.
so I've been accused of not being filled with the spirit of, but filled with other things when I play, and, which is never true. But
Like ignorance.
I'm just an idiot, and so there was an old joke that Pat likes to dance and sing. Well, I do, and when I play guitar,
I watch you every Sunday.
That's what I was going to say. Whenever I have a guitar on, man, it's on, and so I was just really getting into one of our songs, and I kind of do one of these, I'm a rock star moves,
ECB.
and I lose the stage, and I just fly off the stage and land on my bass.
Yeah.
Roll over into my back and keep playing.
Power through.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize what you had done either, because I'm still my eyes are forward. I think you went sideways.
I went
didn't
sideways,
you?
yeah.
So, but the show didn't go sideways, and that's all
right.
that counted.
I think
Josh
Harvest,
kept-
Didn't
Harvest
matter
Temple,
that he broke his leg or anything,
or my bass.
or your bass.
Harvest Temple was the place where I borrowed somebody's Gibson SG that had a wireless system, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this." I was just running around
yes,
the corral
sir.
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll send that. I'll
to
send
me.
that. Yeah.
We're finding more pictures. You guys
Oh,
keep
good. Thanks.
All right, I'll
Pat.
bring up the next venue. So, Vaughn Road Church of Christ. Do you remember that one? Much about that? We didn't play there much.
We didn't play there much, but
That was the one on the other side of Vaughn Road, right?
That was like
Like Harvest Temple's on one side and Vaughn Road was on the other, right?
It's
Yeah, a little
at the
further
very
down.
end
Yeah.
of Perry Hill Road.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're,
Okay.
you're facing it when you come.
Oh
when you
no,
come to-
Harvest. Vaughn Road Church of Christ is the one where I ran around like a madman with the wireless.
You were
Yeah.
so cool.
That was it.
You were the coolest ever. Still are.
I hit every wrong note possible.
Wow.
That's it. That worked great, didn't it?
That was awesome.
Just hold it, man.
I like it. I like it.
It
Like
would,
Steven Tyler.
it really,
You want to just move it to that guy?
it would not,
Absolutely.
it would not be DK if we didn't have something.
If
break
something
like
didn't
that.
break. All right, so let's go to this one. His world.
Oh,
Yeah, his
obviously.
world. Now that's-
His world.
So many
That's-
good
Yep.
stories.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
well, the first one that sticks out in my mind is when we played Sweet Home Alabama, and then they shut us down.
Yep. Shut it down.
and when you
I
say-
mean, they
There you go.
turned the power off.
On
Like,
the stage,
yeah.
It wasn't like, hey guys, would you not do that? It was
It was like
Yeah.
lights, power, everything gone.
yeah.
Well, and then,
And all we did was play the opening. Down.
It was quick. They were
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
well, the thing
It's like
was,
they were
not
waiting.
only did they just shut the stage down, I think His World was
They pulled
run
us off
by-
into the back
I
room
think
and like
it was run by a group of student pastors.
Yes.
I don't
And,
know.
and so they took us into his back room and scolded us for 20 minutes about playing Sweet Home Alabama.
I was like, dude, I was just playing something in between songs. We weren't playing the song, man.
Yeah.
Just a riff.
I was just noodling.
And so then there was the time that I got it was like a postcard or something or a picture, and I flung it out and it hit you in the eye.
Almost blinded me. Yeah. Lost the contact. Yeah. That's probably why they had to change my prescription.
Man, His World was such a cool place, though.
It was.
I think there's a photo of one of the first shows we
Yeah,
played.
that was. There has never been
there somewhere.
I don't think there's been any Christian venue like that.
Yeah, not like that.
Not like that, where they actually had a place where Christian bands could come and play, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all because
There it is.
they were pretty
Oh,
strict on
gosh, dude.
making sure that it was Christian bands.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
for the
with my,
previ-
my
the- like the previous
Goodwill
story.
bell bottoms, corduroy bell bottoms. Man, I wore those things out.
Jeremy Simmons is in there.
Yep.
You got
Is that the
Josh
picture with Brooke in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and me with my stupid hair? Yeah.
Brad, your hair was the best.
It was not the best.
Throw it up on the feed.
But man, His World
up
was
there.
so cool because
Oh, we hadn't come to
they
that.
allowed us to be terrible. They allowed us to cut our teeth.
Yeah, they did.
There it is.
yeah.
They did.
Because I think so
Yes.
for people out there that want to start a
Saturday Night
band,
Live, sure.
Yeah.
it's one thing to play a guitar in a room by yourself. It's one thing to play drums in a room by yourself. But when you try to
Entertainment.
work with other people,
right.
it's a process to get to where you're any good, and they put up with us being, again, just like your parents. They put His World, let us be terrible.
Right, right. And for like to get used to each other as a band for one thing, but then playing in front of people is totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we played there for
A billion times.
a
I mean,
lot.
It was the place.
We
It
played
was.
there 96, 97.
I don't remember when they closed.
I think they had closed by the time of senior year, by 98. I think they had closed down.
Yeah.
No, do you remember the time they got robbed?
No.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I was there that night,
I was not.
and it was really, really weird.
Hmm.
That's really all I got to say about that. I was not involved in the robbery.
You were not involved in the robbery. That's good.
I plead the fifth.
Do y'all remember the
1, 2,
smell
3,
of His
4,
World?
fifth?
Yeah.
remember the smell?
Yes. It always smelled like.
It wasn't
syrup.
just cigarettes because it was an old bar, so it kind of had the cigarettes baked in.
little
But
something
there
else.
was something extra about it.
syrup. It smelled like syrup.
Really? Is
Yes,
that,
I always thought it smelled like syrup.
Or was it like
I think
a
it was.
smoke machine?
I think it was because the smoke
Oh,
machines
yeah.
that they were constant because they had them mounted.
The smoke machines
in the
were all
back.
moldy, so
Yeah, and I don't know. I always thought that smoke machines all smelled like old syrup.
That makes sense.
So
And
it
they
was
do,
like
yeah.
that.
they do, yeah.
So it was like old cigarettes and syrup.
Love it.
Okay, do you guys remember the place under that shopping center off of where they do the
Eastbrook. It was
Eastbrook? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's
Yeah.
like the basement under Eastbrook.
No.
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you remember that?
yeah, it's still there.
I don't
But I
know
mean,
Well,
it's
obviously the
like
space is still there, but it's
Yeah.
not a.
But I don't know if we ever played there.
I don't remember.
I watched
that.
a show there. I think I watched
We
12th Hour
did.
played there
And Junior Clad, if I
and Junior
remember.
Clad. But I don't know if we played there. I can't remember.
But I think 12th Hour was when, like, because it was under,
No, yeah.
under the building, right?
Yeah, we went there and watched Junior Clad play
Yeah.
and a couple of other bands, but I don't think we ever played there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they shut it down, like the fire marshal shut it down because there was one tiny door.
And
everybody had to get out.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah, it wasn't around for very long.
Well, so do you remember when, I think it was 12th hour, so they're up there playing, doing their thing, and at the end of their last song, they hit the last note, and the lights all cut off, and then when the lights came back on, the stage was empty.
No.
Yeah, it was completely awesome, and then you saw a hand reach out from under the stage and grab a Coke.
Forgot that.
I was like, you had me till the Coke.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like, they're wizards. No.
All right, so let's see. There was a Battle of the Bands in Wetumpka.
Hmm.
Do you guys remember the Battle of the Bands in Wetumpka? We won. We won like atmosphere recording time or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
That was long.
Wow.
This is before Boyack.
Mm.
Posted Studio before Boyack.
Yeah, they forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had to have been gone by then
Yeah,
because
you
I
weren't.
don't
You
remember
weren't
this.
at that point. It's just the three. of
We
us.
won something?
Yeah, we won that. Yeah.
Wow.
And so what was awesome is like we were like, cool, top of the world, awesome. We can win Battle of the Bands. So we signed up for another one. It's wherever it was, I forgot. And we showed up and we were like, we're gonna own this place too.
Right.
And we walk in there being all bad and this bunch of goth kids. Like, oh no.
It wasn't. Was that the one? Weak Music for Thomas was there, and they just blew you guys out of the water.
I don't
Oh no.
I don't think that was
Was
local.
this the one?
This one was
It was like at the
somewhere
Shriners
else.
Temple or whatever.
No,
this was
no.
somewhere else.
Was this the show where they recorded us with multicam?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because the thing that threw me off is it was supposed to be this Christian thing, and I'm not like a prude or anything, but you walk in and one of the merch tables is like skulls.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, okay, man.
nothing says Christian like death.
A pile of skulls, man.
Yeah.
They're holy.
Ever heard of
skulls.
Golgotha?
Well, I have.
Yeah, that's what that was.
You guys ever watch Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail?
Well, I'm
Last
just saying,
Crusade, you know.
it was not presented
Skulls
in a good way to me.
In a Christian fashion.
Well, and we're not like a heavy dark
No.
bands. We show up, we probably play, I don't know, ACE,
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like,
Poppy.
when you think about, we
I think
had
at
all
that
kinds
time,
of
like
stupid.
there were no drop D songs. We were like, drop D? Oh, we're not doing that.
Except for, shoot, Pop Goes the Weasel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We also got in trouble for playing that. in
Yes,
His
at
World.
his
Oh, we
world.
did,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes,
forgot
because
about
they
that.
were we had never even thought about that.
The second time we got
They were
So,
making it
no,
something
there's some-
inappropriate.
Yeah, and we're like,
Oh.
it's no.
It's a children's.
It's
okay.
a children's song. But
Alright.
that's what I was going to ask you. So, we had a bunch of stupid phrases back in the day for what we called our music.
Yeah.
Nerd rock, what really were we?
It wasn't grunge alternative, that's for darn sure.
I know.
A clown car crashing into a train.
See, there
There it is.
There it
Well,
is.
another thing is we were kind of all over the place with we didn't really stick with any particular specific genre of rock.
Yeah,
So
right.
it was very difficult to peg down what our sound was because we didn't really just choose one and stick with it.
And actually, that's the reason Aaron ended up leaving the band. Because
We couldn't make our
Stuart
minds
and I, we fell in love with the Silverchair album Frog Stomp.
Oh, okay.
And so our sound kind of shifted there. And then Aaron was like, I ain't been a part of this.
Yeah,
He was like, I thought we were noise rock till death.
Yeah.
and we kind of were when we first started
Yeah.
because it was easy to be so because
Because
we
it's
We were
supposed to
awful.
be terrible.
yeah, it's supposed to
I
be.
believe the first song we wrote was called "Fart in the Key of E."
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then closely after that was Napalm. You
Yep.
remember that song?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You're on dad, you're on mom, under the house, Napalm.
With his voodoo doll, don't forget voodoo doll.
Suicidal Voodoo Doll.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Such
all
wonderful-
This was way before you, man. Like,
So,
it's
I
way
know.
before you.
Y'all have a whole era of just
Accomplishments. We can call
things
it.
that I smile and laugh at.
Yeah.
You missed the era where we literally put a tape player, boys and girls, there used to be something called a tape.
What's
You
that?
put a tape player in the middle of the room and we go, we're writing a song, and we would just
Record off the air.
do whatever we did.
That's awesome.
No plan, just play music till it came together.
Yep.
I love it.
I did that later on after I left and started playing. When I was playing with Grant, all the lowercase R stuff.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
write songs and we just hit record on the little cassette player,
Mm-hmm.
and just
God, man,
that's
so
how we would
good.
record stuff.
All right. So how about Brigadoon?
Yeah,
Okay, so-
this will be new to me. I haven't heard.
Wait,
this
we
yet.
remember we said
Yeah. So Brigadoon was a really good idea,
it was.
Yeah.
but it was out.
Well, what was it? Tell them what it
so
was.
it was going to be this this event where you're out in the middle of the woods, and like a bunch of bands show up to play, a bunch of people show up to love the bands and stuff like that. Again, the idea was really, really good, but it's like it was difficult to get there, so everybody just kind of went, nah.
Yeah, I think twice as many people probably would have showed up if they hadn't have given up on the way there.
Yeah,
because it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. The venue was cool. Too.
It was a
Like,
really
setup.
cool venue,
Yeah.
but then it was hotter than any other day I've ever experienced in my life, and we're playing outside.
Yeah, they had an outside and
Same
inside. But
Oh yeah, well, I nearly had a heat stroke because, like I said earlier, like I don't care if there's 10 or 10,000 people, I'm all in. And we played our set, and I'm giving it everything I have, and I'm just like, I thought I was gonna die.
Might actually die today.
I mean, I remember going in my car, and the air conditioner's on full blast, and it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
But
Yeah. Where was that at? Where
it was
Brigadoon?
so it was way out. You went out to basically Baptist Hospital, the South Baptist Hospital, and you kept going just
Okay.
further and further away from downtown Montgomery until you finally go, oh, there's a little yard sign. Let's turn right there.
Like out in Raymer.
yeah,
That's
Was it
great.
on the Raymer?
it was
Probably.
probably close to there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty far out.
Which incidentally is where my wife's grandfather preaches. Is a
Nice.
preacher in Raymer.
Dude, I
The
know
guy that
so
married
many
us.
people from Raymer in
Really?
Grady. How in the world? Anyway.
And one thing, since we cannot talk about Brigadoon and not mention our manager,
Right.
our co-manager at the time, Josh Stokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which Josh Stokes, if you ever see this, would you let us know how you're doing? We haven't seen you in like 15 years. Man.
Yeah, seriously. But I will say, Josh, there was one thing I can say, he always stuck with us, even
He did.
though we were,
Until he disappeared forever.
yeah, until he disappeared forever. But then there was that one time, it was years later, I called him, and he was, and I'm like, Josh. He's like, hey. And I'm like, this is Josh Given, from DK. Yeah, I know. It's like,
Which
really?
is how he responded to everything
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought you were going to say. Like, Josh always knew.
Josh always knew. So thank you, Josh Stokes, for always knowing.
Always knowing.
Always knowing,
That's
yes.
awesome.
My wife just texted me and said she's famous too because I mentioned her on air.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Hey, Ashley.
But Elise was famous first, Ashley. I'm sorry.
None of my family's famous.
It's a competition now.
She beat you to stardom.
Thunderdome.
I think I'm gonna tell my
Powell's
wife to start
famous
watching
he's
now.
over there switching the cameras for us.
No, that's awesome.
Hey, you can turn it in, Jordan.
Do it.
Let me
Alright,
send you a
so-
link.
One thing that I see you don't have written on here was when we went and played after Derek left here
Yeah.
and went to his
Went
new
up to
church.
Atlanta.
We
Yeah.
went and played at his church.
Right.
So,
That was a blast. I mean,
it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so
Jeremy went with us, did he?
So Derek was
Yeah.
our youth minister, and he left our senior year. And we do what every good student does: you hate the next guy. And so
He's not the last guy.
he ain't Derek. And so we went and played at his church. And the thing I remember most about that show is I was always the one running my mouth for the band. I was always the one talking, and I was trying to introduce this song, Bombast, and which my son is learning electric guitar, and we're just indoctrinating him in all things DK, and he just learned how to play that this week.
I saw the video, by the way. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. So I'm trying to explain it, and I said, so you gotta listen to the words, not hear them. And Stuart's dad is recording, and he goes, that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good job, Pat.
He's always real good at bringing us back down to ground level.
So I just realized that none of these venues that I have on here, Boyack played in any of them.
Nope.
No.
Oh, Rick and
Bubba.
Bubba.
Rick
Turkey
and Bubba.
Toss, baby.
Yes.
Let's
that's
go.
right, Turkey
All right,
Toss.
move on to
Well,
that.
you don't have
dude.
Harvest Festival 06 on there.
What was Hardest Festival 06?
Yeah, because I pulled it up. I pulled up the pictures and sent Brad some.
Well, I'm unfamiliar with this, so I'm going to listen to these stories.
All right.
Yeah.
Shut up, Stu. It's your
Yeah.
turn to listen. Oh, yeah, talk.
No, I don't have anything to say. There were like, what, 3 people there? 4?
That's a DK.
Yeah, that's usually-
That's a
that's
DK show.
usually
DK
Yeah,
show, yeah.
it was average attendance.
Let's see. Is it a picture you sent me?
I sent you a folder.
Oh.
Just-
we were too good for big crowds. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, we were very
Yeah.
selective at who we would let listen to our music.
Yeah, that's exactly
Very,
right.
very rigorous screening process.
Unfortunately, there were very few people that made the cut.
That's right.
So
Well, the thing I remember most about Rick and Bubba is how it happened is they used to have a segment called Keep It or Coaster.
Yeah.
And we had
Yes.
just recorded our acoustic album. And it wasn't even supposed to be an album, but then it just turned into it. And I sent them our song Breathing Again.
Mm-hmm.
And I just bugged the fool out of them.
I remember that, and they kept ignoring you too.
Kept ignoring me.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
finally one day I'm at work at Davis Direct, and I get a call, and it's Don Juan. And he goes, "Hey, this is Don Juan from the Rick and Bubba Show. We're about to play your song. Just wanted you to know." And
Leave
so
us
I go
alone.
and listen, and they play through
Stop
the
bugging
first
me.
chorus. And Rick and Bubba were kind of indifferent about it. They didn't hate it. They didn't love it. And then they just took the poll. You know, it's keep it because it's awesome, or use it as a coaster because it's garbage. And so people called in. One guy called in trying to be funny. It sounded like space music. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Take that as a compliment.
Yeah,
Uh,
seriously.
Anyway, people loved it. They were all about it. And so we ended up, they kept it or whatever. And then I continued my barrage of emails.
Like you tend to do.
Yeah, because once I decide I'm doing something, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
And,
in.
it's very tenacious that way.
yeah, I am. Tenacious Pete.
Tenacious.
Yeah. So anyways,
Medical health issue.
whatever. Anyway, so finally I was like, hey, we want to play on the Rick and Bubba Show. We want to play. And they said, fine. You can come play turkey toss.
Nobody ever plays turkey toss. Right?
Begrudgingly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
by
the thing
way,
about turkey toss is the day we were supposed to leave, Powell, my son, goes into the hospital
Sorry.
with it's okay.
You almost ruined everything for
You
us.
apologize.
I left you anyway. No, you were in good hands. Your mom had you. No, that was really hard because it was like
I've got
this,
more important things to do.
this was
man.
one of those things that we had wanted. This kind of exposure is the Rick and Bubba Show, and I'm torn. And my wife, who is awesome, says, "We've got him. Go." And so, yeah, that was the biggest memory from that for me, is how Brooke, my wife, has just been
She
like,
is awesome.
whatever we're doing it all in. So
That's good.
So thank you, Brooke.
Powell lived.
Powell lived. He's right here with long hair, and
Is that the one? When he
Or
broke
did
his
he?
collarbone?
Is he?
Operating
Are you sure he's not a
hand.
There it
ghost?
is.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up on the
Evil twin?
OBS.
I had some
Oh.
crazy long hair there.
Doppelganger?
yeah, he's the evil twin. That's not the real Powell. If you notice, his eyebrows
He's the
are different.
clone.
Everybody misses
Cloned him
that.
from the old Powell.
The one thing, and I'm not trying to hate on you guys. The one thing about that picture is I'm the one that did all the work, and I'm not even in that picture. The one picture that's on rickandbubba.com right now doesn't feature me at all.
And it keeps him awake every night.
I'm not bitter about it at all.
It's always true about the
You
proud parent that never in the photo.
You really did put a lot of work into that. That and well, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but
there it is.
DSOzo and
Oh,
all that
yeah.
stuff.
He's
I
right
mean,
there.
Your
He's
hand
right there.
in there.
My
hand's
hand
in
Your
there.
guts in there.
Yeah.
No, I was thin back
No,
then.
you
Get
were.
up off
It's like
me.
his head is the speaker.
Oh yeah.
Roger Bell's in the picture, and I'm not, y'all.
Really?
Isn't he in the corner mixing sound?
He is.
Oh, he is.
Oh man,
That's really funny, dude.
sitting on the ground.
Did you
Oh,
notice
yeah,
how
that's-
they
that's right.
got that
Old Roger.
sound into the radio broadcast?
Uh-uh.
They stuck a microphone in front of the speaker.
Oh, that's high tech.
Was it
That's
raining
high
that
quality.
day? It looks like
Yeah.
it was
Hey,
raining.
Rick and
Yeah,
Bubba, if
it
you're
actually
listening,
did rain on
Way
us
to just
slightly.
ruin
Put it
all the
down.
gear.
I know.
And also,
Yeah.
it was cold.
It was
It was
cold
cold.
as mess.
It was. We got there and the sun hadn't even come up yet. So
It was chilly.
yeah.
Johnson was drinking his voice juice.
Well, they were throwing frozen
Coke.
turkeys, man. Come on.
Good for
Coca-Cola
it.
Classic.
so good. Coca-Cola Classic.
Now I'm not, a
You're not endorsing,
professional or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but
but Coke is really good for your voice.
Yeah, don't believe the hype about water.
Yeah,
Water's
Overrated.
trash.
totally.
water's trash. All right, so let's talk real quick about Jubilee City Fest that we played.
Which
well,
one?
Officially, we played it one
Fest.
year, but then there was the first year that we played it in front of Heaven's Depot.
Oh yeah, that's right. We weren't actually invited, so we
Right.
just blew everybody. We drowned everybody out. They actually waited on us.
They did. But what band was it that had to stop and wait? I can't. Was it Earth, Wind, and Fire? Or
No,
was
no,
it-
no, no. It's the the Brick House Band.
Oh,
The Commodores.
KC and
The Brick House?
No, it was KC and the Sunshine Band.
Was it
Really?
What did they
That's
say?
You guys literally were just like, hold on, Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah.
We're first.
and we're like,
That's-
wait on this. Yeah.
That's,
We were
that's
like
some
that.
cojones right there.
we took an old Coca-Cola banner that was for some other band, turned it around
Flipped
and
it
drew
over?
the giant Sharpie disowning Caleb,
That is awesome.
and they would not start their thing till we were done.
Right.
They were
We
so mad at us.
That's amazing.
Yep, it was awesome. And then the second year,
But the next year they invited
they
us.
actually invited us to play.
They're like, well, if we can't beat them,
If we
It's
don't
like,
invite
we better
these guys,
invite
they're
them.
just going to show up and ruin it again.
Exactly. Let's put them on the schedule so we know what
So
they're
they
doing.
don't
when.
wreck it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's the one where we went to
Yeah.
play at Jubilee City Fest, and we had a dude coming down to listen to us. I forget what.
it's an
forget what-
artist relations agent.
Yeah, that right there.
Screaming
Oh, I
Giant.
forgot about
AR
that.
guy.
Yeah. So he was on the way down. Like we were like,
Yeah,
gotta get
this is
signed.
it. We're getting signed. Yeah,
do what we love to do for a living, and on the way down he got fired.
yeah. He got fired for moonlighting for another record company.
Yeah. God, I forgot about that.
That
Yeah.
will
Was
happen.
that
I'm glad I
Man.
reminded
out?
you.
Or
Yeah.
Was it
You
before?
That was a long time ago.
That was before you.
It was,
Yeah.
was pre-Kevin.
It was-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then we even had the guy, the president of the record company, go, "Hey guys, that's really unfortunate. I'll listen to your CD." And he listened to it. No. He liked it. He said, "But I can't. I'm not going to pay to re-record it. The quality's not what it needs to be."
Yeah.
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 And that's when we learned record companies don't record people.
Yeah.
Not the first thing.
Even though it's in the name.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So the next one on the list is the Tennessee trip, where we made $20.
That's probably one of my favorite.
Josh, you want to take that one?
Yeah. Take that one, Josh.
Okay, so
Don't forget which vehicle we were in.
yes, that was it was a Ford.
Ranger.
It was your Ford Ranger. So we got
Single cab.
cab
Oh,
Ford
boy.
Ranger. What year was it?
94.
94,
Ah.
1994.
And there's 3 dudes.
I mean, it wasn't in 1994. I mean, that was
Right.
the year of the vehicle.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got it was just us three, and we loaded up that we actually had a really old rickety trailer that
Did we take that up there then?
we did, and
When the back fell off.
yeah, seriously, I mean, we
The
got it.
plywood walls.
We actually got it from it's from an old principal of mine from the old private school that I used to go to. He was selling it because he had like a whole brand new one. It was awesome looking. It's like, well, I can see why you're getting rid of this one. 'Cause it looked like it was made of a poopy. So
Acted like it.
yeah, it did. But anyway, so we got invited to it was actually apparently this was a very popular Christian rock venue. I
Yeah.
mean, there was some band names that I had heard of that that were that I had listened to. I actually had one of their albums. I can't think of the name of the band right now, but anyway, so this was apparently a pretty popular venue, and it was out in Nashville, Tennessee, and we got invited to play there, and so we loaded everything up in that rickety trailer, and we drove all the way from Montgomery to Nashville.
3 dudes in the single cab.
Yeah,
Tiny Ford Ranger. Yeah.
and
But don't
we
forget, hold on. It wasn't just us. Bryden
yeah.
and
Oh, and
Josh
Josh.
came with us in another vehicle, so
Right.
we took 2 vehicles.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. And by the way, Bryden Legg, just shout out to Bryden Legg. He was our manager for a very long time.
Paralegs Photography.
Yes, and we haven't seen him in a long time. So anyway, thank you, Bryden. But anyway, so we drive all the way over there in 2 vehicles, one pulling that trailer, and we get there, and basically we end up playing for like what?
Other bands.
Other bands. It was we were literally playing. There was nobody there for the show. It was we were playing for the bands
The agreement
and their
was,
girlfriends, I guess.
Yeah. The agreement was a cut of the door.
Yeah,
Yes.
split of the
But
door,
But there
man.
was
Cut
no
the door.
cut. There was no door to cut.
Nobody showed up.
Or-
Yeah.
So
There was no door to
and
cut.
to top it all off, we got paid with a check.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
the guy felt bad that nobody. He was like, his excuse was, I forgot to
$25.
advertise.
I forgot to have
Ah.
Forgot to advertise.
Did the check bounce?
We didn't even try to cash it. We just kept it.
We still have it
It's
somewhere.
in a
Brain
box
I
somewhere.
really don't think that was true. That probably wasn't the case.
I don't know. But he did.
That
he
seemed
did,
like a pretty flimsy
He did
excuse.
apologize, and he said, if you guys have waited about a month to cash that check, I appreciate it.
And that was a $25 check, I think.
Right.
It was.
Give him enough time to cancel close out his bank account.
Yeah.
Well, there's proof that at least you got paid one time.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah. Yes.
we still have the royalty check for breathing again.
Yeah,
$26.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
$26.
Nice.
All right, let's see. We'll skip the music convention because that's
Yeah.
So what about Breakfast of Champions?
Uh,
Gathering of Champions.
Yes, it was called the Gathering of
Oh,
Champions.
that was fun. That was the Selma gig, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Father
And
Mark.
Father Mark. Yes.
Yep.
Well, we were invited to play this thing. It's kind of like a youth conference, really. Is what it was. It was really cool. We got to play 2 years. Was it 2 or 3 years?
3.
Oh, okay.
We came back 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well.
And it was just one of those things where it was really good exposure for us because there were tons of youth groups. It was okay. Talking about money, that was the first time we ever made a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
Of course, we always just put it right back in the band. But I remember after we sold merch, we had made $700 that night.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That was
Yeah.
really
That's
good
a-
for us.
like we're owning the world at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were rich rock
That's like
stars.
Scrooge McDuck money from back
We
when
were
I was
swimming in
the
it, Stu.
Yeah, we would.
You guys were like
But
making
We,
it
we
rain.
actually converted it all to pennies and put it in the container, and we tried to swim in it.
Don't try that.
I broke my fingers.
Yeah.
Peter Gibbons style.
But the thing about that is we got to hang out with
Griffin.
bands that were a little bit bigger than us. They weren't. Oh, so the biggest band we played with at the Gathering of Champions was the Elms,
Yeah.
and they had a song on MTV at one point. Like when we were playing with them, they had a song on MTV. But it was one of those deals where don't meet your heroes. I just remember they actually were the catalyst for Father Mark not doing the event anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those deals where you've got to remember the reason you're doing things, because if you get out ahead, I mean, you're gonna get messed up, and it affects other people. So
And what was at the center of all that drama? The drummer.
the drummer,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Brad, why don't
always
you tell
the
us what
drummer.
happened?
So I never liked to play somebody else's drum set because I used to play really, really hard.
Yeah,
You can look at my cymbals; they're all shattered, like they're in pieces.
yeah,
And I learned from Dave Grohl listening to Nirvana CDs up in my parents' attic.
Yep.
So that's my problem. So we get there to play, and I'm getting the drum set out, and I'm going to go set it up, and the guy's like, "No, you're going to use mine." And I went, "Are you sure that's what you want?"
we tried to fend
Yeah.
him off.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
said,
Tried to
the,
warn
the,
him.
the famous words, "Oh, you can't hurt it."
No, he literally, he
Challenge
literally said,
accepted.
you can't hit them any harder than I do."
Oh, okay.
I remember very specifically.
Wow.
And Brad said, "Bet."
You're right. I don't know what that means. It's what the kids say.
I'd say.
So we're out there playing, and in the
Wash this.
middle of one of our songs, of course, I'm beating the tar out of him. The dude walks out onto the stage
In the middle of a song.
right, and says, "You can't play my drums anymore, and you're beating them to death. They're gonna look like yours if you keep playing."
I remember that.
Yep. So I went and I got my kit and set it up unmiked on the front of the stage,
Yep.
and we finished the set.
Yep. Yeah, he actually forced us to stop in the middle of our set.
Right.
And and change your drum. Well,
Oh, he
I-
didn't force
he
anything.
didn't- he
Brad
didn't-
was just like, "No, I'm doing it."
right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was. He just said, I think he just wanted us to stop or something. I don't know. I don't think he cared as long as we as you stopped playing
stop
the drum,
beating
his
the fool out
drums.
of it.
His drums were
Right.
crying.
Yeah.
They were. And I can't blame them.
Please stop hitting me.
Okay,
No.
so then there was the show you were talking about, Boyack. Can I call you Boyack?
Absolutely, you can call me
Call it
Boyack.
Bo Yuck.
Boyack.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Jealous.
Battle of the lead guitar
So
players.
this was, what was it again?
We need to have a lead guitar shootout.
you win.
All right, so this is
Harvest Festival, 06, I think.
Oh wait, was this in Prattville?
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember like much.
What
No,
was the show? Was it Harvest Festival? What was it about? I mean,
I don't know. Let me
I
pull
think
up.
that's the fair in Prattville or Otagoville. I don't know. We got
There's a shot right there.
oh wow, okay.
Holy moly.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah.
show. There was more than 3 people.
but it was a
Hold on.
DK show.
It was like 12
It was.
people
Look at me
there.
wearing that cool guy hat too.
Right?
Now, let me
Wow.
find it. Hang on, let me find it. There we go.
Yeah.
Do you have frosted tips in this picture?
Me? Oh.
Me? No,
Possible.
no frosted
Okay.
tips.
It just looked like you had frosted tips. Like
No,
trying to be
I-
in sync or something.
He had eaten Frosted Flakes that morning.
My hair was a little more blonder
Started
then.
this morning right.
That's right.
You
They're
got
great.
And if you guys hear a bunch of noise, it's the rain.
Yes, it's coming down.
Love the rain.
Or me trying to
Hear
breathe.
that?
Look at that.
Or bad trying to breathe.
Look how young y'all
Man.
was.
Oh my goodness.
Look at
Oh,
that beast.
yeah.
Oh, we were playing through that custom amp, the custom bass amp.
Oh,
Oh
man.
wow, the green one.
No, this was a
The
different.
it had the padding. You know the one I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know the one you're talking about. No,
Okay.
This is one that I think I got from Dave Campbell. I think we traded it.
Is this
Look at that sexy beast. Put my Fidel Castro hat on.
Yep.
Josh, were you playing
Exactly.
the Les Paul before you dropped it and broke it?
That was after.
It works now, by the
No,
way.
that was
Compliments are-
after we went to CSTP. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
were
Yeah.
inspired and went and bought a Les Paul.
Okay.
It just happened to be an Epiphone.
Yeah.
It's the one that my son's actually learning on right now.
Oh yeah.
It works just fine. Yeah, I fixed it
I
up.
forgot.
Yes.
I forgot.
Stu was magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
I just got a lot of tape.
Yeah. He put a lot. He just
All right,
put a
so
lot of duct tape
so
on.
check this one out. Big.
Love that picture.
Oh man.
Yeah, with big.
With the Photoshop
Right, with
granny?
the
Right, but there's a Photoshopped him in.
That is Uncle
Did you
Carl.
Photoshop yourself in, or did Pat?
Oh, I did it.
Oh, it's
trust
all
me.
Pat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Pat.
You are the Photoshop master, so.
Did good on the lighting.
That's
Pretty
yeah,
good.
it's all underneath. That's awesome.
All right.
And then the lighting on me is coming over. Yeah, it's great.
Well, you know, you do what you do. Thanks for betraying us, Brad.
You got it, dude. I was probably on a date. Probably with Danielle.
Probably.
Yeah, that was probably.
You know, when you meet the right one.
I know.
That is some horrible Photoshop.
No way,
Okay,
dude.
so this one.
It's like 2007.
I don't even think you're of the right age there.
No.
That's Brad when he was 12.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
So this
I
one
like the expression
is,
on his face too. He's got like a Zoolander.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you still looking at
Yes.
the Uncle Carl picture?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Doing that Zoolander like blue steel.
Yeah,
look.
blue steel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really, really ridiculously good looking.
So this one is we were practicing in the middle of my living room, but I don't know if I was married yet or not.
Is this over in Brighton
I'll
Estates?
tell you.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Well, the picture, the house looks clean, so I probably was.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The only time I went over there, I was like,
Is
he
that my
ain't
bass?
married.
That's
an acoustic.
That's
is
my PRS.
Oh, okay. If that's the one
With the
where,
strings all wound around
Yeah.
pretentiously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, no, you were married, and that's when
Definitely.
Danielle was like, "Hey, can they go home yet?" And I don't blame her because we were
Oh
loud.
man.
Good times. All right, so we are. Let's move on to some albums that we released.
Let me look at the agenda on my phone. That's where it's not there because I can't get internet.
That's okay.
I got it.
So the albums. So the first one I've got on here is Zero Returns.
Ah, yes.
Right.
That was
Jim Marr.
Jim Marr.
Oh, the studio. I was like, that's not an album
Yeah.
name.
No,
Over-
no, we didn't have a name.
Here locally in Millbrook.
Yeah. In Elmore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Straight up
technically, yeah.
Elmore, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he
Old-
still there?
No, I
he
doubt
moved
it.
to Atlanta, I
Oh,
think. I heard.
that makes more sense.
Like took his whole studio to Atlanta.
Mm.
Like it's okay. So it was this old house, like
Yes.
run down, like all wooden,
and
like
possibly older
Mhm.
equipment.
quite, but it was all analog, 100%
Yeah.
analog,
Mhm.
All
everything.
analog.
He had this massive reverb unit
Oh wow.
that was like this big old analog reverb unit, and to get different sounds, you had to like physically unplug stuff and plug it into different.
There's just like a wad of
That's
cables
awesome.
like this big around
Right.
running from room to room.
Right.
Gosh.
And he knew every single inch of it by heart.
Oh man,
Whereas,
yeah.
you
You could feel it.
Dude
when
was
you stepped
amazing.
on it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
cringed
I-
when you stepped on it.
I gave you guys a lot of the photos from that recording session, so we should have like
That's
a
fun.
bunch of those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
That was very exciting. We got to play the Jazz Master
Mm.
for all the guitar parts. Did you use your drums or the drums
No,
that
he
you
had
had
a
there?
Ludwig kit there,
Okay, yeah.
and it was amazing.
That was not the when we went back and recorded Opiate and Let Down for Camp or whatever we did. I played a Rickenbacker, but I didn't play a Rickenbacker when
Not
we recorded
originally.
No.
this
for Opiate.
album.
So the picture that we're looking at
Orville
here,
Rickenbacker.
this is a funny thing, the Dan Electro pedal that's in that magazine ad Josh bought later.
Nice.
But the picture we're looking at here was the morning before we went to practice. It's the picture of me eating cereal
Oh,
at Stu's
yeah.
house, and
Yeah.
the cat's drinking out of the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Breakfast of Champions, baby.
Right.
The wallpaper was nice.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
Straight up 90, yeah. Stu's playing that. Is that a Jazz Master? It's not.
It's got those
humbuckers.
P90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Jazz Master. Yeah,
So nice.
That's pretty
Well,
nice.
I can't tell what you were playing in that.
it's just
picture,
looks
Pat.
like
It's all
it's
right.
just a jazz bass. It looks
It's-
like.
yeah.
Straight up jazz bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
none of
there's
this is our
another
equipment.
photo of just Pat with the jazz bass, so you can get a better look at it.
Okay. So this, there it is. Yeah. So this was all. No, that's.
Is it a P bass? I
That's a
don't know.
no, that's
It
a
hadn't come.
guitar.
It hadn't come up on the feeds yet.
You know, y'all,
Well, there's one of
y'all
him
know all
playing.
this tech stuff. I'm like, it was a bass.
And that's cool.
I
But
played it.
It was
had
all
four
boom, boom,
strings
boom,
on it.
boom.
It goes boomity boom.
The point of it is none of it was our gear.
Yeah.
It was all really, really nice equipment that some other band, I think, was it Man or Astro Man's?
Yeah,
Man or Astro Man
yeah.
recorded with him. That's why we were like, we want to do this.
As a matter of fact, I think I have a Man or Astro Man shirt on.
So,
yeah, you wore it specifically because
Yeah.
have
you
you
guys
ever
recorded
have
Man
you
or
ever
Astro Man.
have you ever
Yeah.
recorded on anything analog? Because you're more in the digital age.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything's been digital for me.
When you and Jordan went to Nashville, was it just digital?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a hard drive from that.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, that equipment. Oh my gosh.
I'm just telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Is that the
We
shirt?
were terrible, but that is the best sounding
Mhm.
That's
thing
quality.
we've ever
Analog.
recorded.
Yes.
And when we say analog, like the dude had to go take the tape back into a
Reel to
room
reel?
and cut
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had to cut it and tape it.
When he gave us the master, it was just like,
It's a big,
I love
yeah.
that, man.
Yeah, my dad still got it.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But there's the picture of that.
Time
Man or
for a
Astro Man.
remaster.
Take it
Yep.
to Dan Black Studios and get it transferred over.
Right there you
Oh,
go.
shameless plug.
Yeah, Dan Black, we're coming for you. Sponsor us.
That reminds me of that Sound City documentary.
Oh,
Dave
man,
Grohl. Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
It's a great documentary.
It's
too.
so good.
Yeah, he had that little
Okay.
vocal booth that you could get in.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good. That was a good little setup, man.
Yeah, when you hear people talking about that at first, I mean, when I was, a stupid kid, digital versus analog, whatever. But when you really learn to appreciate sonically what's going on, there you can't
Man.
touch analog.
Yeah.
No, you're just scrolling
When
through
it's done
now.
right. Yeah.
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 You went all the way to centrifuge.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, look at us.
I mean, there's a reason
That's
why
where we had to go
when,
back and re-record it so we
Yeah.
could get the vocals out
Right.
and put the drums in so that Brad could sing because Josh couldn't come
And they
to
wouldn't let me take
centrifuge.
my whole drum set to Centrifuge.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that.
They let us take it the first year.
Did they?
Yeah, I think.
It
Didn't
was
we?
the sticker drum.
We took it the first
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah. The
and it
old
was just
Rogers
too
kit.
much. And
Yeah.
next year they were like, no.
Nope. Too much. Okay, so enough about Zero Returns. What about Caleb 45?
Okay, so that was with.
That was mostly Pat.
It was my solo project.
I don't know if I've
Yes,
heard this.
that was with Jeremy Brown.
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
yes.
It was.
I had
I
some
helped some.
You no. It started off as my solo
Yeah,
project.
but it's like Josh.
I can't
I
sing.
can't sing.
So I had these songs that were not DK at all.
Right.
They were just like weird. I don't know. And we went in there and tried to make something out of them. It was terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I was. Yeah.
And we used the pictures of us on the little teeter-totter things on the
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
at the park.
Over the park over on
Out near AUM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Man. there- you want to talk about some quality sound? Sonic perfection?
Is that what you were making?
Sonic perfect. That was the distortion on that album. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
like
Man,
someone
yeah.
turned on an electric razor.
Yeah.
Yep.
And slightly changed the tone.
So
Yeah.
you guys are shaving.
is that the Rock Tech?
They got, that, well,
Yeah.
that's
The
exactly
Black
what
Rock
we
techno.
did.
I've still got it.
That's
Oh,
exactly what we did. We got an electric razor, turned it on, hit record, and then went back with
Yes, sir.
auto tune
Yes.
and just did everything.
Because it existed then. So then there was the recording with Tim at the church. I think.
Oh
were
my
you still with
goodness.
Yeah,
us?
Yes,
that
it was
down
still
in
with us.
Wintersbury.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Life, whatever. Yeah, Life
We're
Church.
just born Boyack.
Likewise?
I'm sorry.
No,
No,
I'm
no,
thinking-
you're not.
I'm
I'm
thinking
trying
of
to
the-
see if I can find any.
thinking of the
It's
store.
over down the one
Digging
that's
into
down
the database
far
of
into Ware
photos.
Ferry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
was,
that was.
It was
That was
very.
whatever. It
I
was-
did not enjoy it.
I didn't either.
I
I
didn't have
felt
a
like
good
he
time.
was like, "Hey, give me your money.
and let's go.
Let's go." Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that-
Yeah, that's Lakewood.
Was
That-
it?
Lakewood.
Yes,
That's what it was. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Lakewood anymore. It's
No.
called Life something.
Yeah, that's actually where Junior Clyde recorded their
Yeah, that's why
first
we
album.
went. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was like,
Yeah.
"Well, we're gonna have their sound."
Yeah.
And I just remember it. I don't know what it even is till this day. If it was just.
I don't think
PPs
he
or
just.
whatever.
I don't think he wanted
But
to
it
do
would
it.
clip.
No.
Yeah.
Like when we would hit it hard or like
Yeah.
there'd be too much going on, it would clip and it was gross.
What? Yeah. And when in the digital setup, when you clip, it's
bad.
awful.
I remember that because
Trash it,
I
do it
helped
again. Yeah.
because I helped save up for it, and like I just saved up like a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
pennies and quarters and stuff like that, and it was
Basically
like
brought it in there on a
$1,200
wheelbarrow.
I think.
Was
Yes.
it really?
Yes, $1,200 in change, and then I just went to the bank, got it cashed, and like, dude, before we even got started, he was like holding out his hand,
Yeah.
and it's
Man,
like,
not a
hurry
good
up and
experience.
give me the money.
You're killing me.
It was not a good experience. No.
1,200. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Jeez.
And we got 4 songs, maybe 5 songs. I don't know what it
Well,
was.
we got a bunch, but only like
Did we
4 or 5
really?
are usable. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it was.
Yeah. We
it was
got Green
garbage.
on there.
Yeah.
Jesus and Me was on there.
Jesus and Me wasn't that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad recording of Jesus.
Fall was on there.
Yeah.
Fall
Yeah.
was on there.
Fall is one of those songs I would have loved to record it on analog. I never felt like it had the grit that it did
That
live.
it needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about that time we played it here and I did the backup vocals and I couldn't hear myself?
Yeah.
That's the worst.
No, the thing I remember about Fall is we didn't record it, we played it here one time for a revival. They let us play it on youth night at a revival that was going on in the church.
Really?
And then after we were done playing, you'll remember this, the pastor at the time,
One of them.
I'm
yeah.
excluding names,
Yeah.
the pastor at the
To
time
protect the innocent.
stood up and goes, "I'd like to see the lyrics to that." So what did I do the next day?
That in true fashion,
I had 100 copies of the lyrics.
straight to Kinko's.
Yeah.
And passed them all out.
Yeah.
Stand in the door. Would you like some
Yeah.
lyrics? Would you like
This
some
was the
lyrics?
song we sang last night. This
That's
is
Right.
that's not something. Something that you did not do was tick, Pat off when it came to that kind of stuff, especially when it
because
came to the music.
I was indignant because like I knew we
He'd
weren't
get
saying
real
anything
sarcastic.
ugly. I knew we weren't saying anything inappropriate.
Right.
I was like, you just
There
don't
were
like it
solid
stylistically.
lyrics.
Yeah.
There was-
I had a stroke. Stylistically.
You're just too old.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shades of Youth. We did that in Dave's
that
living
was
room,
that was
right?
at Dave's living room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave the Campbell.
In the
Is
Dave
that when
he was
the
over on
Dave
Ant
cave.
Street?
Dave Cave.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
I was there for some of that.
Yeah, right off of
Yeah,
Main Street.
I was there for some of that.
Behind where Country's Barbecue used
Yep.
to
Yep. Yeah, I was still there for that.
be. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we didn't finish it, and then they moved, so we had to do it in his living room, and his wife loved it.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
See, I was.
Thank you,
I was
Neely.
gone in that
Your
transition.
appreciation, Neely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So many
Yes,
so
and
many
sorry.
wives have had to suffer through us.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife suffers every day.
All right.
I believe the best comment was when I would come out of the other room and be like, "Hey, babe, listen to this. I just wrote something cool," and she just looks at me and goes, "You know, everything you write just sounds the same to me." And I was like,
Wow, dagger.
I mean, she wasn't being mean. You know, she's not.
I'll draw up the papers.
Yeah, she wasn't being mean, but it hurt. It's
That's okay.
Stings.
We're here for you, man. We're here for
Yeah.
you, man. And then there was Hollow Body or Hollow Baby.
Hollow
Yes.
baby.
However you want to.
You want to tell them why?
No.
It was a misprint, right?
It was iTunes got it wrong.
Oh, iTunes. I forgot it was all the way on iTunes.
Oh,
Yeah.
iTunes.
No, that
It's
was
still on iTunes.
It is.
Mhm.
That's our
Is
most.
it still Hollow Baby?
I think it's Hollow Body. I think
That's
Oh,
our
did they
most
change it?
successful
Okay.
CD.
It's,
Though.
it's fixed
Right.
on
It's
there.
like
that's the one
So
that we got.
Breathing
radio play on.
Again led us to the Rick and Bubba show, but we also released it as a national single,
Right.
and it did really
It did
well.
really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've still got the recording in my closet at home, but it was played in states where, I mean, out in California, like heavy rotation.
Oh, we found those files.
Yeah,
New York,
Yeah.
I think too.
yeah. And there were several people that just passed, obviously, but
Yeah.
it got a good bit of radio play.
And what was our royalty check total?
$26.
There you go.
That you can make it in the music business if you want to be poor.
You too.
It's even better now.
And
Yeah.
free haircuts.
And
Man.
free haircuts. Do y'all remember the
I remember
contract?
Yes.
the free haircut. She was amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boyack was in the band at that point.
Oh yes, I was. I benefited from that because I had long hair.
You did.
Yeah.
Got some color put in it, man. It was great.
You took full advantage of those free
I
haircuts.
dyed my hair for the Breathing Again music video.
Are you serious?
I dyed it brown. And I dyed my beard and everything. I really did.
I'm gonna have to go back and
Because I
watch
wanted to have a
that.
darker look.
You didn't want to look like a soulless ginger. I can say that because my hair is red too.
But
I
her
mean,
name
not-
was,
not
her
like
name was
his.
Sonia. I can't remember her last name.
Yeah, Sonia Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she didn't have a last name. It was just Sonya.
It was just Sonia.
But she was so cool because
Like
she,
Prince.
she worked out this agreement with us
She was that good.
where she
Yeah.
would cut our hair, color our hair, cut our wives' hair, cut our children, whatever. Not cut our children. Cut their hair. But
Shake, shake.
you got to finish your sentences, Patrick. And we were talking about the other day. We were digging it out, looking at it. Me and Powell, and that contract's still valid. I mean, we just got to find her.
Sonya.
Huh.
Sonya, if you're out
We do
there.
some searching on Facebook.
Powell's on it. Powell's on it.
Yeah.
We go find you.
I think I'm friends with her somewhere on there.
Yeah.
Of course you are, you Boyer. Kevin Boyer.
Mm.
You know everyone.
Yeah,
Dude,
the,
man.
the lady that bought the chairs from me today that I didn't sell at the yard sale, you're on her Facebook friends list. I was like, what?
Me?
Of course
Yeah.
he is.
Who was it?
Some lady named Wanda. I didn't see her.
Wanda.
She's married to Vision.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Lame.
Wanda
I thought it was good.
Vision.
We're way beyond time, Pat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Let's go ahead. We should probably go ahead and wrap this
Yeah.
up.
Okay. We'll finish it up with Finding Mr. Smith.
Yeah, which is probably the best.
It's a good album.
I enjoy it.
Like I do too.
I've-
I had
that's-
a lot of
yeah.
fun recording. the
I enjoy
album.
listening to it.
Yeah.
Stream it on your favorite
I
streaming
didn't like
platform
it.
now.
It's on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I just
It's on
and Apple
iTunes.
Music.
Yeah,
it's-
Apple Music.
It's not
Plug.
just Finding Mr. Smith. It's what is it called? Finding Mr. Smith.
Finding
Yeah,
And
Finding
it's
Mr.
right.
Oh, don't forget the single we did, Racing the Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the artwork for that was awesome.
Yeah,
I did
Josh
that.
Hand drew
You
it.
did that,
Yeah.
yes.
I still have that, by the way. Little
That was
folder.
killer
It
artwork.
really?
Yeah, the line. Yeah,
That was killer art.
yeah, totally awesome.
Yeah, we actually started that CD with Kevin, and then by the time
Oh, then
we,
Jordan showed up.
yeah,
Yes.
so
And
no, really.
she stole him.
Tell us real quick about that transition.
So, for real?
For real, I'm serious.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I met
No
Jordan.
secrets here.
No secrets here. Yeah, I met Jordan in '07, and I'm trying to think of how everything transpired. She would come and hang out at rehearsals, and she'd come to some gigs and things like that, and God would
She
just
knew the whole time.
yeah, oh yeah,
Steal
oh
it.
man, no, dude, like I knew I was gonna marry her.
I knew when we lost you.
Yeah, when
I
was
knew
that?
the day we lost you.
When?
She came to one of our shows, and I played acoustic guitar for her to sing.
Yeah.
And it was just, I knew in that moment, like, because you were singing with her or something, there was just this chemistry, and I was like, well, there goes Kevin.
That was good while it lasted.
Dude, I mean, like we were set up from the beginning by my pastor at the time to meet, and so our first time meeting was leading worship for the kids at our church, and I knew I was going to marry her at that time.
Mhm.
Took her a little bit longer,
You know, that's how
but
it
I
goes.
mean, but we still do it today, and we get to travel around and lead worship and do that kind of thing. So I mean,
So you made music work by leaving DK, is what you're saying.
so I like to view it as DK was a launch pad where I honed my craft.
That's
you
right.
know? But I mean, seriously, like DK is the reason why I picked up an electric guitar. DK is the reason why I wanted to learn how to play.
Wow.
And
dude.
so, yeah, I mean, I mean it. I loved hearing you guys play, and so to be able to be a part of the band was a dream come true, and it still was because I got lifelong friends.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, here we are. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Thank God. Yeah.
and Stu. Just kidding.
That was good.
I love you, dude.
What's your name?
And this ugly guy over here
All right. So
smells like cheese.
I
I
guess we
love
do
you.
need to wrap it up probably.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's all finish with favorite DK moment.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. I haven't even thought about it.
I got
Just
mine.
came up with this.
I got
Go ahead.
mine.
You got yours?
All right, well, let's go with that
When
we-
I left.
because I can't think of one right now.
The
Off the top of my head.
the group out of Georgia that had the website that we went
Christian
to
Rocker.
ChristianRocker.com, and we went
Oh,
and
dude.
played that show up there, and like we met all kinds of other folks that were featured on the website, and we stayed at what's his name's house. We like spent the night in his house. He invited us to come
yeah.
in.
I can't remember. his
Remember
name,
that?
But yeah,
I
know
can't remember his
exactly.
name at all.
He
Bald.
Yep, had a big white beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they invited us in their home. Like we just met. We
And-
communicated and stuff.
And his wife made us some spaghetti casserole.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Dang.
I mean, it was just really, really. That was a sweet moment. I think of like, okay, they're brave enough to bring us in their home.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I can't think of a moment unique from that, but I'm going to piggyback on that one. Because it's one of those things where, you know, you see God working and you don't realize it till you look back. at that festival, they had just different people with different kind of booths all around. And one of these guys there was like this prophetic word person. Like, that was his deal. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he came up to me, and he just said out of nowhere, I wouldn't go into his booth to see him. He walked up to me and said, I want you to know you're going to be a pastor one day.
Whoa.
And, like, I got chill bumps
Bro,
right now, but...
I didn't know that.
At the time,
I
Pat was
didn't
like, yeah, right.
I mean, you know, and just looking back, you know, that's one of those
Awesome.
those moments that I think God gave me a glimpse into the future. And I'm like, I didn't even realize it or appreciate it. But he's said, hey, remember that, stupid? I had you even then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
That's really cool, actually.
yeah.
So
I didn't know about that.
I don't have one quite as deep. My favorite is when we came up with the name.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Just laid in my bed, talking to Pat on the phone, being like, "Dude, we gotta come up with a band name." And we got to the point to where we just exhausted so much that I was just like looking around the room, and it was just like lamp, and he would say something, and then I would be like light switch, and he would say something, and somehow one of us said disowning, and the other one said Caleb, and we went, "That's it."
Oh, no, hang on.
You said disowning. I said Caleb because Leanne, your sister, had a friend over whose name was Kayla.
Yeah.
And she was hollering for her.
And that's what you
And I
heard.
thought she
gotcha.
said Caleb.
What, Caleb?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So all this time, Drowning Caleb really was the name of the band.
Yeah.
Dude!
Technically.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I think mine would be, and I don't remember the venue. I can just see it, like me sitting behind the drums on stage, and it's one of those moments like I'm playing this, we're playing or whatever. It was we had our own mix. I was running the mixer behind me.
Yeah.
I think it was just the three of us, and I can't remember where this place was, but like the sound was really good, the vibe was really, really good, and I just remember thinking, like, playing, and I don't remember if it was the middle of the song or what, but just thinking, like, it can't get better than this.
Yeah.
Like, we're playing, we'd hit together really well, look real tight, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The sound was really, really good, even though we showed up, plugged everything in, and just started playing.
Yeah.
When it
like
hits
normally
right, and you
do.
get in the
Was it
zone.
at-
It's just
Yeah.
Was it at the Masquerade
like it.
in Atlanta?
No. This was one where we provided PA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was a good show.
Yeah, it
though,
was.
If you just had to
They were
mess with
just-
your amp, but
Yeah, and if there was actually more people there, it was just we
Yeah.
were on it. We went on like a weird off day. That's people aren't usually
We
there.
always
It was like
land
chill.
on the off days.
Yeah.
we're that band. We're the
Yeah.
Philly.
We're that band.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that was a secular
Right.
venue where even extremely large bands can play, like STP.
Yeah.
You know.
I saw Butch Walker there.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And so, with us being a Christian band coming in, they're probably like, put them in on Wednesday.
That's when the youth have them services.
Yeah, exactly. Right? That's when they were
youths.
used to having services in churches.
So was that yours?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that mine.
fair enough.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That
From
light
the
just
bottom
came
of
to
my
me.
heart. That's awesome.
That's
Okay, so one last picture. We'll call it a night. Let me find it real quick.
all right.
Oh, goodness. I probably should have had this figured out before now.
That's
Well,
okay. This
it
is
is
how we
all
roll,
right.
man.
Mm-hmm.
After all, this is DK Talk Radio.
It is.
Yeah,
and we're
it's,
doing a lot of
it's
that.
going to be a
Thanks for that,
giant cluster.
Oh, it's not on here, Stu. The
Which
picture
one?
of us going to the hospital after Josh busted his eyes.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen that one yet.
I've got that somewhere.
Oh yeah, we were
where's that at?
playing one-handed frisbee in the dark.
Oh yeah, always smart.
Yep.
Oh, there was a light
And
up
somehow, some way, I missed it, and the frisbee hit me in the eyebrow.
Somehow.
I have a similar story,
I've got that somewhere.
but there
Somehow,
was
some way, they got me.
I was younger and stack testing, and there was a lot of alcohol involved.
In stack testing? I'm
After
just kidding.
stack
I'm just
testing,
kidding.
yeah, that's a tough job.
Is that like where you get on top of roofs and like look at stacks and be like,
No,
yeah, that's a stack.
That's where you
definitely
go
a
to.
stack.
That's where you go to a power plant and you climb a 600-foot smokestack,
Oh.
and you test the stuff coming out of it for 14 to 21 hours a day
So I was kind of close.
on the other side of the country.
We'll follow it later.
It's
It's all right.
awful.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Shout out to Grant.
Grant's
who still,
still
does
doing
that.
it, yeah.
He's the boss.
He's
now.
the boss, so
Nice. Well, I'm sure he's not climbing towers.
No, he stays in the trailer.
he's telling people to go up in there and on the towers.
He says, "You climb up on that thing."
Well, this was fun.
This is awesome.
Sounds
Yes.
yeah, this was really
This
good.
is a lot of good.
I appreciate you guys for showing up.
So what we said, we have a tentative May 17th for the next one.
Yep, next one scheduled for May 17th, Monday, May 17th at 7 p.m.
Awesome.
Stay tuned.
And we're gonna do some segments.
Yeah, we're gonna get into what we're considering the normal lineup.
Okay.
So
This was just kind of an introduction, getting to know us.
Yeah, making
So-
sure that all of our stuff worked.
there's that too.
Well, there's that too.
This
So in
is-
case, there is anybody else that's not just family listening to this, now you know it.
Oh, I don't even think my family's listening anymore.
I know
I'm
my
pretty sure
wife
they
isn't.
tuned out a long
Yeah.
time.
Jordan did
No,
not
the kids are
respond.
probably in
She's
bed by
texting
now.
about floods.
She's texting about floods.
Yeah, she said it's like
Oh, okay.
There's a flood warning.
bad.
Nice.
Oh, nice, great.
She
You
said
gotta fix
watch
the
out.
driveway again.
Yeah, and you just fixed it
I did a
immaculately.
week ago. God.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about a lot of music stuff. We're gonna maybe do album reviews, artist spotlight.
Yeah.
If anybody's got like a cool piece of gear they've come across, we'll
Yep.
talk about that kind of stuff. At some point, I'm gonna bore you guys to death with my segment called "Stu Makes Movies Boring."
Yeah, and then I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
not
do it.
watch movies.
Yeah, we have another segment that's called Watch Pat Watch Movies.
Or we could combine the two, and
No.
me and Pat could watch a movie together and see how long it takes for him to just get fed up and leave.
Yeah.
With me talking about Dutch angles and cinematography and
But also, we're
And naming every
really.
single one of the
I'm
cast and
I'm
crew.
excited
Yeah.
to be doing some of the interviews we have lined up.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
We've got some people who actually made it in the music business that we're going to talk to. Of course, we're going to be talking about faith because that's
Right.
That's what
That's
this
our
is
thing.
actually centered around.
yeah. So we're going to be interviewing our pastor and maybe grab Kevin's pastor.
Mhm.
And,
Oh, he's ready. I was talking to him today.
yeah.
Jim's
he's
ready. I saw
excited.
him shopping for pants in the store the other day.
Well, tell him he doesn't even have to wear pants in this set.
Yeah.
Well, he was wearing gym
Just on the
shorts.
table.
Yeah.
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, Jim was wearing gym shorts.
Stop.
Sorry.
And then of course, every now and then we're gonna
I could
we're gonna
just
do
wear my
something
kilt.
fun.
Nobody would ever know.
We're gonna take we're gonna just like pick a song and we're just gonna do like a little live thing.
Yeah. That's the plan at least.
Well, live audio, that's scary.
It is.
It'll be
I
fun.
know, right?
It'll be fun.
I
So
think
thank
it will.
everybody for tuning in and listening to us. Jabber on.
Tell your
Yeah.
friends. Tell your enemies.
Yes.
I mean, you can mention it to my mom too. She's probably not listening.
Yeah,
Tell your
Jordan.
friends.
I don't know if I want your mom watching because my grammar ain't what it ought to be.
Yeah, that's true. She'd just be like in the live chat, like that's not how you pronounce that. Enunciate.
It's Jesus.
There's no O in
If she
Jesus.
does, make sure
That's
that make sure that you tell me when she is, so that I can sing something and sing it extremely improperly.
You got it, dude. You got it.
Wonderful. I love
Straight
it. I
from the
love
throat.
it.
Straight
Dude,
from the
magic.
throat.
Sing it super improper.
Yes.
Lee.
Lee.
All right, guys. Thank you. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be awesome.
Let's do it.